So on today's productivity hack, we're looking at what I like to call go hard and go rugged. Go hard and go rugged. Yes, go hard and go rugged. Yes. As the name implies, this is a productivity hack that it is a no-nonsense productivity hack. It's like you have decided that, look, I am tired of procrastinating. I am tired of, or something very important that you have to focus on and finish. You decide that, hey, I am going to go hard and go rugged until I finish. So this productivity hack, you can employ it for a week, you can deploy it in a month, you can work, you can use it it depends on what you're working on, it depends on that important task that you have to face so you can succeed, right? I have used this hack myself. I think the last recent time I used the hack was when I was working on my PhD program, doctorate program. I used it and it helped me a lot. And a couple of times I've used it even after that, right? And it works. It against you. You go hard, you go so rugged. It's like there's no plan B. It's like you get it done or you don't get it. And when you don't get it done, there's a serious consequence, like serious consequence, right? So let us look at that. Step one talks about the first step in this hack. If you have determined when you want to use the hack and what you're focusing on, the first step is for you to remove distraction. Is to remove any distraction. Have a plan to remove distraction, right? So I guess Facebook and Instagram are just the most popular distraction that we can see. Like there was a time that I deleted Facebook on my phone, deleted Instagram, deleted any social media app for that period. It could be for a week or for a month. It depends on what you're working on. All right. Or you can remove another distraction where it could be your bed. Like there are days, like when I'm in Cameroon, mostly there are days that I'll sleep over in the office because I don't want to be in the house. I don't want to be around the bed, right? That is me removing distraction. Okay. You sleep over in the office for that particular purpose. So you remove any distraction. So you produce the result and you have more time to work on this particular task that you think that is very important. So as I said, you are extreme in your decision making. You are very extreme because if you are not that extreme, you may not go the extra mile to actually achieve that important goal, which is very important for you. So you need to remove distractions, and you are not pampering yourself as far as the distractions are concerned. You are not pampering yourself. You remove them, totally remove them at all. There's one of my friends that there was a time that his social media or his phone was depleting so much that he brought the smartphone and gave to me and bought what they call choronko, a phone that is not smart for those who are not Cameroonians. Well, for those who are following this and they are not from Africa, a phone that has buttons, right? Not smart. It doesn't have the internet, cannot connect internet, cannot take social media. He bought it just for calls, only for calls. And he gave me the phone to keep for 1 month because he wanted to do certain things in his life. So you remove the distraction, and the purpose of removing distraction is also so you can gain more time. So maybe instead of working just 13 hours a day, you start working like 16 hours a day. Instead of just working for 8 hours within the day in the office, you don't go home so that we can work more hours in the office. Maybe in the office, you sleep, you take a nap. Like for example, if I'm in the office, I'll come overnight in the office. Sometimes I may sleep like from 6 p.m. to about 8 p.m., 8:30 or 9 p.m. And when I wake up and I work till the next morning, right? So that is the purpose. You go hard and you go rugged. Step two, um, uh, 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 Step two is very important, where now you spend 10 minutes at the end of each day to determine your top goal for the next day, or the top key things you are working for the next day. Very important, because remember that you have removed distraction, and you actually know how much. Let's say, like me for example, I always know how much I'm working for that day. If I'm using this particular hack, I know, okay, on Tuesday you have to work at least 17 hours. So I have that in my mind. So I know that, okay, I'll be in the office from 7 a.m. till 7 a.m. the next morning. And I know that within that 24 hours, I may just get to sleep about 3 or 4 hours or so, or max sometimes also 3 hours, right? But I need to make sure I plan those 17, 18 hours, 20 hours. I need to plan them. So I always spend 10 minutes before the day to plan how I'm going to break down, because you also need to know that no matter how willing the spirit is, you need to understand to take breaks. You don't just walk throughout. You need to take breaks. Sometimes the breaks could just be you just relax and walk around in the office, like what I do. The breaks could just be sometimes maybe you bought some juice to drink along, or you bought some water, you can drink some water. Sometimes the break can be to play music. Sometimes I just play music for 5-10 minutes, or I play mostly a music video, right? So I strategize. Me, I like to break it into 2 hours. I like to break it into 2 hours. So every 2 hours, there's always an interval, and every 2 hours, there's a particular task I need to achieve. Let's say if I want to finish a book, okay, every 2 hours, I need to write half the chapter, or I need to finish the chapter, or I need to read and correct one chapter, whatever, so that I know that within that 20 hours or 18 hours that I'm working full hard, I'm going hard and rugged, I know that after that 18 hours, I am accomplishing this. This is very important, because if you go hard and rugged, when you have not broken down the hours, you will never know whether you're productive or not. And sometimes you may work and you feel that you're tired, meanwhile you're not even productive. It's better when you're tired and you can track your progress. I am tired, but I am producing result. Okay? So if you are going hard and rugged for 1 week, you're going hard and rugged for 2 days, you're going hard and rugged for 3 days, make sure that you have this particular plan, right? It's very, very important. And I think right now, part of the team in Cosdev Group Limited, they have been going hard and rugged in the last 2 weeks or so. We're installing a new software, a lot of data need to be inputted. I think they even slept in the office. They slept in the office this night, right? So that's a typical example of going hard and rugged. The task is there, it must be done, it's super important, it's at the core of the organization, and the only option is to go hard and go rugged. So it is very important. And there are many things in career and business that you will need to go to that extra mile. That's a fact. You will need to go to that extra mile. So this step 2 is very important. Always plan and prepare how you will spend your 18 hours. If you're going hard for 18 hours each day, or 17 hours each day, or 20 hours each day, it all depends on you and what you're focusing on. But as I said, one thing about going hard and going rugged is that you don't work just for 8 hours. You remove distractions so you gain more time. You sleep in the office so you gain more time. You get the concept? So that's why it's important to plan, to understand, okay, in these 18 hours, I'm gonna break it in 4 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you decide, and you run with it. Okay. Step 3, have a sleep schedule. Good. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. You will need less sleep overall. I've been talking about this already, right? With the hack of going hard and going rugged, is strongly recommended. If you are doing it for more than a day, or if you're going to do it like for a week or doing it for a month, I don't know. It all depends on you. If it's more than 1 day, if it's a couple of days, it is strongly recommended you should have almost the same sleeping schedule. The same sleeping schedule. Like, for example, as I'm saying, even anytime I'm sleeping in the office, I always sleep off on the couch or I just lie on the table from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then I wake up and I brush it till the next morning. It's that particular schedule. And even in a normal routine, I've told you guys this, and I was reading a research that a sleeping therapist wrote, and he was strongly recommending that if you want to be productive in life, have the same sleeping schedule. Avoid today you sleep at 10 p.m., tomorrow 11 p.m., next day 1 a.m., the other day this. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your productivity. Productive people, if you read the stories of the most successful billionaires and world leaders and all of that, they have a particular time they go to bed and they have a particular time they wake up. It makes it easy. That's one thing that's helped somebody like me, for example. I don't struggle really to wake up everybody because when that time reaches, the body already knows that it's time to wake up. So I don't struggle to drag myself out of bed, really, right? Because the body is already, the schedule is there already. So it makes it easy. Many people get to struggle to wake up from bed in the morning because they don't have a pattern. They don't have a sleeping schedule. No matter the challenges, make sure you respect your sleeping time. And of course, sleep is very important. If the body does not rest well, it will not be productive. So know the best sleep that works for you. Okay, so do your best to work on that. And then do it when another, as I was saying already earlier, another important element, another important threat of going hard and going rugged hard is that during that period, during that season, during those days, you will not sleep as you normally sleep. You will need less sleep because you're going hard and going rugged, so you accomplish a particular task within a particular time frame for a particular purpose. So you don't normally sleep as you always sleep, so that you gain more time and you do a lot within that particular time, okay? Another important thing is when you're going hard and going rugged, this step 4 works a lot if it's going to be for a couple of days. I have gone hard and gone rugged for about 3-4 weeks, like 1 month, where I am excluded, minimal contact with people is greatly reduced, highly reduced, right? So, and of course, toxic relationships are those relationships that can make you get angry easily. It is difficult for you to be productive when you go hard and rugged, when your heart is aching, when you are feeling, when you're not happy, let me say so, okay? So you need to be careful, avoid toxic relationships. It's okay for you to be alone during that season. You're going hard and going rugged, so you focus on those things that matter and you achieve within the time frame that you set for yourself, okay? So sometimes that's why many people may not have time to do this, but as you grow, make sure that you have a study room or you have a study environment, okay? I pray that God is going to bless everybody financially stable, that when you're getting a house, there's always a study room. That's one of the things that is very important to me. There's a room that is separated aside just for work and studies. It's important because you're trying to concentrate. And that's some people work in the office anyways. Imagine you're a mother, you're trying to concentrate. Your child just do something funny. You don't know when you shouted. The mother instinct will just arise from nowhere. You will shout and get angry, and boom, you negatively affect your mindset and your ability to conceptualize, to create, and to produce what you are working on. Okay, so it's good. That's why some people may sleep over in the office because they will not be with people. They'll be alone, where they can be very, very productive. So you can know how to plan this or how to structure this to achieve that. But in all, the essence of step 4 is putting yourself in a situation where you avoid getting angry or being on the wrong path of your emotions because of somebody or a group of people within that time or within those days that you are trying to go hard and go rugged so you achieve a particular goal or task or project that you are working on, right? Are you following? Are you being challenged? Are you getting some tips? Again, as I said, remember this particular stuff, this particular hack goes a lot when you have a particular project for a particular season, a particular period, okay? Let's say you're in school and you're working on a project, you want to write your final project, final thesis, and you notice that, you know, a lot of distractions, a lot of procrastinations. You can employ the go hard and rugged productivity hack. Or let's say you want to write a book and you've been procrastinating a lot. You can decide and use it. Let's say you're a software person, you build websites and you build apps, you've been procrastinating, you can decide and use this and finish it in less than no time. Whatever important project, you can work on it, okay? This has really helped me, like, as soon as I started using this, like, since I started using this particular hack, like, since 2017, yes, and it has greatly helped me, greatly helped me in my productivity, okay? Number 5, you will not succeed in this productivity hack when you need external motivation. You will not succeed with it. You don't need to wait for motivation to start when you're employing this hack, but you will feel motivated once you get the ball rolling. That's one thing about this hack, especially if that task is important, especially if if the project you are working on is critical to you. Let's say you're a worker, you're a leader, you're a supervisor, you're a manager, you know that the department, the institution, you are the head of it, the success and the failure of the institution depends on you. You don't need external motivation. It's intrinsic, it's internal, right? Same for entrepreneurs. It's your startup, it's your business. You don't need someone to be motivating you to get it done. Get the hell of it done. Same with your life. That task is your life. That project is your life. Sometimes I'm still trying to understand how people want external motivation to get things done as far as their life is concerned. Meanwhile, when you don't do it, you're suffering yourself in the future. That's one thing about procrastination. Whatever you procrastinate and not do today, you are pushing, you are promising yourself suffering in the future, because you may procrastinate that thing and it affects your financial life tomorrow. You are now broke tomorrow. You are the one to suffer, not the person you are waiting motivation from, right? So step 5 is you need to understand that when you have chosen the hack to go hard and go rugged, you don't wait for motivation to start. Shut the hell up and go get the job done. That's your responsibility. Go and do it. And if you are really visionary, when you start it, you feel motivated to do it. I remember there was a time I wanted to sleep in the office for 2 days and I ended up sleeping for 1 week. I was under excited. I just felt motivated to just be working in the office throughout the night, right? So, because what now drives you at that position is your responsibility, your leadership responsibility, your ambitions, your goals, the future that you want to build for that institution, for your career and for your life. That is what now is driving you. That's what is setting you up to rise so you can actually produce the results that you are looking at yourself. Okay, so this hack will not work for you if you are motivation dependent. If you're always looking for external motivation to get it done, you need to be driven by discipline and the internal motivation. And that's why this hack, you must use this hack when you know that there will be severe consequences if you don't actually achieve that particular task, right? Yes, then you now use it and produce the result that you're looking for. And then step 6. Step 6 talks about minimal other small tasks that happens within the process or within the day or within the period that you are using the the go hard and rugged productivity hack. Anything that takes less than 10 minutes to complete, do it immediately. That's what the hack is talking about. Yes, that's what the steps is talking about. Don't procrastinate things that you can do it now, now, now. Don't procrastinate it. When you're employing this hack, develop this habit of always completing tasks that you know that if I just do this thing now, I'll finish in less than 10 minutes. So do it. Don't procrastinate it. Do it and then go back to your main task. I always do this a lot. Many times, a lot of small tasks, I use it during my break from my long-term task and I do it. I use like my relaxation tool. Let's say, for example, while working, I'm supposed to do a blog post. And to make a blog post, let's say the content is already written. To do a blog post and post on a website can take me less than 10 minutes to do it. So I can do my work for 3 hours, and during my 10 minutes break, I now do those minor tasks that are relaxing, are just clicking here and there, and I do it, and boom, it gets it done. Okay, so don't procrastinate. And there are some tasks that you can put on hold, the main task, and finish the immediate task that is short term, that is less than 10 minutes. That way you avoid piling stuff, piling tasks, because the disadvantage of piling tasks is your subconscious now becomes aware, your subconscious starts feeling that you have a lot to do. That's the disadvantage of piling tasks. Before you know, you start feeling overwhelmed that you have so much to do. But and it's the same way that when you finish tasks, like tasks that you can do in less than 10 minutes, you start feeling liberated, you start feeling more motivated that, hey, you are an achiever, you produce results for yourself. Okay, so you can challenge yourself after this session. Look at those tasks that are less than 10 minutes that you can do immediately. You have been procrastinating since the last week. I'm sure many people can confirm this. Is there anybody here you have tasks that you know that these are tasks that you can take less than 10 minutes and finish, but you have been procrastinating since last week? Anybody here? Leave me a message in the chat box. Let me see. Leave a comment if you know. It's always, many people have that. Many people have it. Things that you know that if you just focus for less than 10 minutes, you finish it. But you don't know what is stopping you, but you have been procrastinating. You keep on procrastinating, you keep on procrastinating. Anybody with those kind of tasks? Yes. Go and finish it. Go and finish it today. Go and finish. And one thing you will notice is that even though you have not done those tasks which are less than 10 minutes, have you noticed that you have time to be on social media? Do you know that? But even though you have not finished those tasks that are less than 10 minutes, but you're on social media and you spend some time more than the 10 minutes, it's so funny. And that's why it's good to know to have this productivity hack in your head. Or even though you have not finished those tasks, you have time to chat, to chit chat with your colleagues at work, to chit chat, or just sit and just sit and you are lost in thinking. Meanwhile, you have not get the job done. You see? Yeah, that's one funny thing. Sleep does not disturb you on social media. Sleep does not disturb you when you're watching a movie. Have you noticed that when you sit to watch a movie, you can watch a movie till 2 a.m. You are not feeling sleepy? Yes, but you just get the right task to do like that. Boom, sleep just start coming. So I use this a lot. Even I use this step 6 even when I'm not using the go hard, go rugged productivity hack. This is one of my policies. Any task that can take me less than 10 minutes to do, I always do it as soon as possible. I always program it. If I have something doing seriously, I program it within a particular period within the day that I will do it. Sometimes I just said, okay, or I put in my mind, okay, this task, do it by 10 a.m., do it by 11 a.m. So that I don't, maybe the task may have come when I am in my highest performing momentum, doing my main task. So what I do is I now give a challenge to do those short tasks at the top of the hour. At the top of the hour means the next top of the hour. If I'm working at 9 a.m. or 9:30 or something, and I say, okay, at exactly 10 o'clock, I'm going to stop the main task and finish the less than 10 minutes task, then I come back to the main task. Now, that helps now my system to phase out gradually from the main task, and then leave the main task at a point where I will know, like when you watch a movie and you pause the movie to go and do something and come back. So I try to phase out and leave the main task I was doing in a place where it's as if I have paused myself, I have paused the task, then I go do the less than 10-minute task, then I come back to the main task and I continue, so that I don't fully disconnect myself. That's why you cannot leave your main task and go watch a movie. You're gonna disconnect yourself from your productivity moment, which doesn't help you really, right? So this is very good. So I use it a lot, like every day, like this particular step 6, I use like every day. Any task that maybe sometimes one of my team members to me, okay, I want to do this, I need this from you, and this from you. I just say I could do it immediately and send, or I just do, I push it at the top of the hour, like, okay, I'll send it to you after 1 hour, or do this when I send to them, and we get it done, right? So you can try to use that. Step 7, stop scrolling through this site and go do something useful. Yes. Again, it's about going rugged and going hard, right? So there are some people that you even though they have made up their mind that this used to happen to me. Now I put it here. So I started speaking to myself, like I will schedule time that, okay, Joybert, in the office in the night, you're going to focus on this. And before you know it, you picked your phone. And this one led me to start deleting social media stuff from my phone when I want to be serious. Because before you know it, reflex action. You pick up your phone to check a notification. Before you know it, you have been scrolling for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You are gone already into social media. Social media is addictive. So you need to be careful. Okay? So you need to learn how to discipline yourself, stop scrolling through that platform, through TikTok, through Facebook, through Instagram. Stop scrolling and go do something useful for yourself. Go do something beneficial for yourself. That's why I always like to ask myself this question. Anytime I am doing something, I always ask, especially something that I did not plan to do. The next question is, how is it useful to you? It immediately helped me to discipline myself to go and do something useful. How is this beneficial? How is this relevant? How is this contributing to where I am going? If the answer is not clear, I stop it immediately. And that's the importance of being value-driven, the importance of being a visionary, because you're always focused a lot on how is this useful? How is this contributing to me being a success? And of course, number 8 is discipline yourself and go hard. Discipline yourself and go hard. Without it, you're just playing. Without it, you are just joking. Discipline is about doing things when you are supposed to do it, not when you feel like doing it. You will not succeed with the go hard, go rugged productivity hack if you do things based on feelings. You will never achieve anything that is gigantic or magnificent in your life. People that have achieved gigantic projects, people that have achieved remarkable things in their life, they operate above feelings. They do things when they are supposed to be done, not when they feel like doing. Feelings have little or no power when you are practicing go hard, go rugged productivity hack. It is discipline. It is the strong will to produce the result that is at play here. So whether you're feeling sleepy or not, as long as it's not time for you to sleep according to your schedule, you need to see how you can subdue that sleep. Whether you feel like going on social media or not, as long as it's not time for you to go on social media, subdue the feeling to go on social media. Subdue the desires of the flesh and amplify the desires of your spirit, which is to complete the project. Until then, you will not be able to go hard. And one thing about discipline is practice. Practice. Practice to do things for, if you know that you cannot do certain things for 1 hour or so, start to discipline yourself and do things for 25 minutes without interruption. Like for example, if you know that your phone is your biggest interruption, keep your phone aside. Give yourself a challenge. You can set an alarm clock and discipline yourself and tell yourself, I will only touch my phone when the alarm clock rings. No matter the urge to touch it, no matter the feeling to touch it, subdue that feeling and wait until 25 minutes has elapsed, then you touch it. When you have practiced that for a while, you can step it up to 30 minutes. You can step it up to 45 minutes. You can step it up to 1 hour. You can step it to 2 hours. It takes practice because your body needs to enter that routine, that stage of flow. Then you are able to build that lifestyle of discipline. So if you are listening to me right now and you struggle with discipline, go and start setting some time for yourself and subdue the feelings, subdue the desires of the flesh to go do anything within that time. Only do anything after that particular time. Then you are good to go. Again, as I said, go hard, go rugged mentality, as the name represents, is there's no pampering here. There is no, it's about producing results. It's about getting things done, especially things that are critical. Critical, because you know that if this critical task is not done or completed, or this project is not done, it can hurt the organization, it can hurt your career, it can hurt your business, it can hurt your finances, it can hurt your life. So go hard, go rugged, sort it out. Don't allow little or funny procrastination or funny laziness to steal joy, success, lifting, and breakthrough away from you. You are human. You have the body, you have the spirit, you have the soul. All these things in you, you should use them and conquer and build the life that you want. All right, people, that's it for the session on Go Hard, Go Rugged Productivity. I hope you find it useful and I hope you practice it. And trust me, you will see the massive, massive benefit of this, because this particular one, this particular mentality or productivity hack has helped me in so many big, big projects and so much. Again, remember that, see, there's no success without bruises. I was just telling my manager, they have been sleeping in the office for a few days. Like they go to the office, they work throughout the night, throughout the day, they sleep throughout the night to just get that is a huge task, very important for the company and all of that. And I just, well, don't worry, we're going to talk about this day someday. What I was trying to say is, you know, in the journey of success, there are bruises. You're going to get bruises. You're going to, it's like personally, I cannot count the number of times I've slept in the office since 2012. I have slept like many days, many days. And like as a Christian, I cannot count the number of all nights I have done. right? I cannot count the number of all nights praying and worshiping God all through the night. Like I'm sure, like since 2012, I can categorically say between 2012 and 2000 and let me see, 2016, 17. I used to do all night, every last Friday of the month. Pray all night, pray all night. 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 6 years. 6 years of every last Friday of the month, keep praying, 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 praying. You go to church at 10 o'clock, you worship and pray till 6 a.m. in the morning, right? So success has bruises, guys. It has bruises. So you cannot, if you look at every person, that's why I like when I meet guys who are doing results, I like to know more about their story, their process. That's why you understand, for all the glory you're seeing there is an outcome of something. It's an outcome of something. Okay, it's an outcome of something. And if you are not willing to go through the bruises and produce the result, you will not get the result. You may just end up getting the average result that many people are getting. We have so many average performers because many people are not willing to go through the discomfort and the bruises of producing the result because it's hard. Trust me, it's hard. It's difficult, but it's possible if we are ambitious enough, we are purposeful enough, we are visionary enough, we are driven enough, we can actually get there. All right, I hope this challenges you and this sets you up to do something that you have never done before and to achieve what you have never achieved before. I'll be happy to hear the testimonies. All right. All right, guys, question?